Okay, so I'm here in Venice for something called the Venice Biennale, which is one of the most important art events in the world for dealers and art collectors and artists. And I think it's a really interesting event, and so I'm going to kind of explain why. So first of all, you see all these buildings here and here. Oh, it's kind of fuzzy. Yep, there, building, and then back here, there's like way more buildings. So all of those buildings are pavilions, and those pavilions are each run by different countries. So you've got like the United States, you've got Italy, France, Korea, Japan, Congo. There's 90 pavilions in total. So a huge number of countries are represented. And they call the Venice Biennale the Olympics of the art world. And it's very different than a typical art fair like Art Basel in Miami, for example. That is one big convention center, and a ton of galleries have spaces, and you can go in and you can go to different booths, different galleries, and if you're a collector, you can buy the works, and they have works from galleries all over the world. This is different. This is not run by galleries, it's run by countries. Each country, like literally the governments of the country and like their arts and culture ministries, work with artists and arts organizations to set up spaces, and no one buys here. It's all like, think of it as like a bunch of mini museums of each country representing a few of their artists. And to be an artist in the pavilion is a huge honor. Kind of like the Olympics. If you represent your country in the Olympics, it's a huge honor. Now, the Olympics is a little more cut and dry in which athletes get represented because it's just like the best athletes, and art is more subjective. So there are some that are like very famous artists from their countries. Some are emerging artists that they want to showcase more to give smaller artists a chance. Okay, but if no one is buying art, why is this a big deal for dealers like myself? Because the value of art is very tied to its perceived importance and prestige. And because being in the Biennale as an artist is considered very prestigious, works of art can drastically increase when they are here. So there's oftentimes a lot of art market activity leading up to the Biennale. If there are rumors like, oh, this artist might be in the Biennale, so if you buy it, then they get exhibited, then you can sell it at a higher price. Also just the artist being in the Biennale and sort of the art world buzz of, oh, this artist people really liked, people are really talking about it. Artist careers get like launched from this event right here. And so as a dealer, it is my job to go to these pavilions and to see which art is there, which art is generating the buzz, because that's really important for me to advise my clients on which works to get. And there are like a million sub-factors that play into this in how successful a work is at the Biennale. Remember, there's no sales, so it's all sort of like buzz. So for example, how prominently is a piece displayed in the pavilion? Is it like front and center, or is it kind of high in the corner? Another example is different pavilions do things totally differently. Some pavilions may have a whole group of artists, like a dozen or so artists with one or two works from each artist on the wall. And some pavilions may dedicate their entire exhibit to one or two artists, sometimes literally just one artist. And so you can imagine, for example, if a pavilion dedicates an entire exhibit to one artist, that's a huge vote of confidence from that country, that arts and culture ministry, and the dealers that represent that artist, of course, see a huge surge in value. And you will see a flurry of market activity on the artists that were deemed successful at the Biennale. There are also awards given out at the Biennale. The Golden Lion is kind of like the gold medal for best country. For example, Australia won the Golden Lion this year. It actually has to do with the plight of Aboriginals. I have no idea if that was interesting or super boring, but I've been getting a lot of questions about like, what does an art dealer do? So I figured I would take this opportunity while here in beautiful Venice to kind of break it down. All right. As I said, maybe I'll make a part 2 with some of the insides of the booths because some of them are pretty dope. All right, peace.